Hello, it's Casual Onion for the Dig Deeper channel, and today we are in Huttondale. Oh, I forgot what map we're in there. And we're going to be doing an advanced property script. So here you can see I've placed down a script block and the house I want to choose. Stuck a button on it just so I know what it look like. I don't know why I did that, to be honest, but I did. Right. So then you want to go and make a new script. So if you go to new script, I've put 1,000 in HE. 1,006 even. No, we're not making a new script. Ah, yes. So you want to be grabbing the number of the house and the road that you're on. This is mainly for like sort of city maps. I tend to organise them as scripts. You can see here I've organised them onto the street they're on, the village they're in. You know, the number, that all stuff. You don't have to do it, but it makes, when you've got an issue, it makes solving it much easier. So we're going to here now rename the script so to the name of the village, which is Twin Lakes. This is my Xbox 360 map. I'm doing this on the Xbox 360 because it's just easier. So it's Twin Paradise Hill and it's number 3, and this is the confirm script, which you'll see I'll do that in a minute. You can see that's appeared at the bottom. So you want to be doing the backslashes for the folders, not the forward slashes. I've done that mistake quite a few times. So then you want to stick confirm at the end, because the confirm script will basically just be, you know, if you've got enough money, then this is how much it costs. Do you want to buy it or do you not want to buy it? That sort of thing. So you want to start with an if, and then you want to go if has inventory, not history, as I've appeared to have stumbled upon here. If has it, that comes later. If has inventory, and you want the bottom one with count at the end. So then you want to go and change the player XYZ to just say player. The one at the end is going to be the amount it's going to cost to purchase the property. Even this could be for anything really. It doesn't have to be for houses. It could be for apartments. It could be for whatever you really want it to be for, really. And then you want to set the thing as gold pieces or whatever you want to exchange for the house. Gold piece wood. Now you see there it says forward equals. It's actually meant to be backwards equals. I think I can change that in a second. There we go. Yeah, it's backwards. So this is if they haven't got 123 gold pieces, then, and I'm going to put here a message box, I think it is. You can just put a notify script. I'm overcomplicating this, so just because I like to be accurate. So what I've done here is I've made it so that if they don't have enough money, it tells them how much the house costs, and it says, "Do you want to take some money out of your bank?" I'll do a bank script later if you want me to do that. So here you can just see I'm writing the bank script. It's a good job I sped this bit up because it would have taken ages if not. Right, so there we go. I think that brings up the withdraw from the bank menu script. As I said before, you can do that. So you just put how much the things cost. If you do change the name of the item, I think you can use that, but I think it's just safer to use gold pieces in case anything breaks. And then this bottom script, you can just copy the one from above, copy the line from above, and just rename it. So you want to put Twin Lakes or the name of the village and whatever, but you want to put purchase at the end. This is the script that you will click on to buy the actual property, to own the actual property. So it just says something like purchase this for, and then whatever it costs. There we go. It's pretty simple, really simple script, only 6 lines. Really easy to do, so you see that. Right. So you've got yourself a confirm script. Obviously you can add to that whatever you want to do. You can make it bigger, longer, whatever. You see there the script. You might have just glimpsed to it. I added a thing so it told you that you couldn't edit the building if it was in a certain area or whatever. So now we're making the purchase script. Just copy the confirm script to a new script. You don't have to use those 4 lines or 5 lines at the top, but it's kind of like a safety net in case anything happens. Advanced warning, now I do make a slight mistake which I will come back and fix in a second. So you want to put here inventory player take gold pieces. I put add, and then the number of gold pieces you want to take or whatever it is. I put add, it was just a typo. Let's just pretend it was a typo. It's meant to say take. You'll see at the end why it's meant. You just check your scripts over because it messes it up completely if not. And then you want to go and put a set block coordinates block AUX. Now the AUX thing we'll come back to in a second. I'll show you how to go and get that, but you want to put the block as a sign. So this is going to say who owns the property, and it's going to replace that button you see in front of you with a sign. Now, the next bit is to put the name of the gamer tag, the person who owns the house on the sign. So you just want to put brackets, gamer tag, square brackets, gamer tag, close square brackets. Again, we'll grab the coordinates in a second. I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. Oh, one too many brackets there. So now you want to what do we want to do next? Let me just foreshadow. Bear with me a second. Oh yeah, you want to do a notify. So this is an optional thing. Obviously, again, you can change the color if you want to using the RGB. There's plenty of websites on the internet that'll tell you the codes, and this is just basically to say something like gamertag has just bought a house, or you can put as gamertag is the best person in the world because he's just bought a house on this street, or you can put gamertag really likes his garden. You can put whatever you want, to be honest. It just doesn't really matter what you put. So here I've just put gamertag has bought a snazzy house. Normally I just put gamertag has bought a house, or gamertag has bought an apartment. So if you want to do test script, you'll see here, it'll say coordinates not found. The top one's not relevant, so just ignore it. It's not going to affect you in any way. Then you want to go to zone, and you want to go to builder equals player clan none, and you want to remove player and clan. So builder equals the player who owns the house, essentially, and then give your zone a name. Now I do make another mistake here. Apparently I'm really good at making mistakes. Remember to zone. It might actually be helpful if you zone the property before you do the script, so you don't forget. You'll see what happens if you don't. In a minute, I'll go into detail with that in a second. So here I'm just naming the zone after the name of the street, the name of the hill, blah 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 blah. And then that's the entire property script. You can add history markers to see who owns a certain property, or how many properties have been sold, or even how much people have spent on properties in total. You can do all sorts of stuff. And there's probably a variable you can use to like calculate the average price, but just use calculator, it's easier. So there we go, we've got the both scripts done. So what you want to do is place a sign down where the button was, just put something like test. That's what I usually do. Then press Y in the block. Oh no, you don't, sorry. Oh, silly me. You got to change log, and you see there at the bottom the AUX. I think I'll go back to it in a second, so it'll go pause it for a second. There you go, if you press Y in the block, yeah, you see the coordinates at the top. 225236954. So now I'm just writing these down. Just write down the coordinates there. I'm also writing down the AUX, which you might have just seen in the very last line of the change log, and it said, I think it was 32 or 36. It was one of those two. That basically is the orientation of the sign. If you get that wrong, you're going to end up with your sign upside down and doing Harlem Shake for all business. There you go, look. You see there at the bottom. You might have just seen it. Oh, terrible. Blooming egg. You can't even see what I say. Yes, it was 32 or 36, I think. So yeah, there you go. You want to change that to 32 or 36. Was it 36? It was 36. And then you want to write down the coordinates. It's easier to write this down on a piece of paper next to you, or just write it down on a notepad on your computer, or Microsoft Word if you can afford it. There you go. So it just makes it a lot easier. And you can always, if it's on computer, you can always just delete the document or use it to store them all on. It's kind of handy to keep your coordinates, and you know which house is broken. So if you end up with a random sign in the middle of nowhere, you know what house it's belonging to. Because it's like here, I could have put 236225, and that would have confused everything because you end up with a floating sign. And that's pretty much the entire script. So here I'm just going to grab 120. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to grab 65,000. I'm going to pick it up again in a minute. Ready? I'll pick it up in a second. So I turn around. Oh no, I don't. Oh, blimey. So I've got just under the price of the house. I've got 122 heirs, gold pieces. Sorry, it's a habit of mine. I call all my gold pieces heirs in my maps. So it's a hazard. There you go. See heirs. So you just want to set the block, the script block to run a certain script, and there you go. If it says you haven't got enough money, it'll say, do you want to take some for bank? There you go. As you can see there, I added the money, so I went back and changed it because I put the wrong script. So just to reiterate for all those people who are now really confused, you want to put player take gold pieces. So what I just did then was set the script block to have that certain script, the confirmed script, and then I wanted to say, and if it didn't have enough money, it would say take for the bank. If I did have enough money, it would give me the house. Put a sign on the house. Now you see here, I go to zones to check that I've done the zone. Oh no, first, this is what I do first. I don't script time of things. I use my initiative. As you can see there, I just have loads of history markers on so you can track things. It's good to track stuff because if people say, "Oh, I've just lost 1,000,000 gold pieces," you can say, "Well, I'm sorry, but you've actually only lost 12," and then they go and cry and you laugh. As you can see, I track a lot of things. The 10 line script that it was before has become what is it, like 19 lines? There we go, 19 lines. The more you track, the less likely you are to get people cheating the system and whatever. So you can see there, I can see how many people's bought a house in a specific area. I can see how many people owns a house, how many houses a certain person owns. You can check everything. It's great. It's really good. I check it for everything. So as you can see now, I'm zoning the property. Now, as I said before, you meant to do this before you scripted. There's a mistake of mine. And you might have seen there, when I measured it, I paused for a second, and it said 108 blocks in the corner. Now, when I make my city maps, I use that as the price for the houses. So I just get the 108, so that's how many square blocks you can place. You can place 108 dirt blocks, you can place 108 tree saplings, maybe not saplings, but whatever. And then I times it by 100, so the property would cost 10,800. And there you go. So you can see now, if you go to zones, you'll see there's the zone scripted, and now if you click the button and buy the house and go to zones, in a second, there we go. You'll see there it's I think it worked. It might have worked. But what it would have done is it would have gone 0, 0, 0 as the coordinates for the house unless you'd zoned it before. So it wouldn't have worked. As you can see now, because I've got a whole map zone, like the entire map is zoned from top to bottom, I can only place in the house blocks. So I'll just put those things in there. So you can see I'm placing. Oh, blooming neck. I can place them in the block, but I can't place them outside the house. And there you go. I think that's the end of the video. This is the bit where I'll show you the zones. There we go. So you've got a map zone there that covers the entire map. Very helpful thing. Whenever you start a map, do make sure that you do that. It's very important to do a full map zone. Right, so I've been Casual Union. You've been watching this video. If you really enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 5 million subscribers by the end of the year. Be sure to go and check out my channel if you feel like it. It's great. I upload every single year. And I think that's everything. And with that, Sweden. Goodbye. I need to get rid of those Christmas decorations. Seriously, it's like January now. Will this video ever end? No. Where's the end of this video? There's 40 seconds left. What am I playing at here? Also, that Swedish flag is completely wrong. The blue there should be 2 blue on one side and blue and 2 blue on the other side. The yellow. I don't know what I'm on about. So if there's any other, whilst I wait for this to finish, if there's any other scripts you want me to do, any scripting videos you want me to do in the future that are a bit more well planned than this one because it's atrocious, please let me know. I can do the bars in the corner there. Show you how to do that. Oh, finally! Took your time. Be sure to subscribe, check out my channel and watch our previous video right there. Bye.